no problems, we gon' make a way. Got no coach on the field, but we making plays. Hey, look, don't worry, we gon' be okay. Hey, look, why? Cause we gon' make them pay.
What's going down, gamblers around the world? It's the coach here representing Brothas N Bets, and I'm here with my boys, the men that we ready to get money with. Arizona's up by 2. Marley, Bets, and Mikey, Hova. But first, Marley, what's going down with you?
Shout out SBO, what's going down? You know, man, we lost Duke, so watching this Kansas game, trying to see if we go hit this. Had to double down on Kansas.
What's the score of that game right now?
I can't see because my laptop is blocking it. Hold on.
I'm locked in on this Arizona game right now. But we also joined by Mikey Hova, the one who is leading the
Kansas. My bad.
Okay. And we also joined by Mikey Hova, the man who has the best record in overall NFL plays. Hova, was going down.
Yeah, nothing much. Just glad to be here shooting the final football show, the final NFL show.
Nigga, no, you said it right. The final
long season
football show of the year. Yeah, it was pretty much
game.
Up and down. Up and down. You know, we had the Pro Bowl yesterday. That little whatever that was, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know what that was, bro.
The same thing we get every year. Just bet the over.
No, bro. No, that was terrible, my G.
I didn't watch it though, to be honest with you, so I didn't see nothing.
That was terrible, bro. Terrible. So, I mean, it was literally two-hand touch. I mean, I get it.
That's what
it was two-hand touch.
KB, what's going on?
All right, well, you already know I am gonna have to cut this video up anyway, so we can just keep it uncut, unfiltered, and raw, like Hova say. But take a look here right now. Oh, I got the wrong banners up, but yeah, as you're looking at the ticker right now, that's our NCAA college basketball information. We are killing it in that right now. But let's switch it over to this NFL action. And on the year, I'll probably got to update this.
Nah, it should be good.
Oh, you did? Oh, yeah, okay. So on the year, Marley, you at 84, 73, and 1. I'm sitting at 20. That's not updated. I'm sitting at 29 and 4 after last week's games. And Mikey Hova is at 47 and 30, which is probably 48 and 30. I'm not sure. I know mine was messed up.
That number don't look right.
I mean, if it's not updated, then it's only one. Y'all went 1-1, and I went 2-2 over the weekend. So if it's off,
well, in the playoffs, Marley,
I'm pretty sure I updated everybody thing.
But you killing it right now.
It seemed like I've been stuck at 47 for a while, but that's fine.
That's why I say if I missed it, you might be 48 and 31 then. If I missed it.
It's all good. It's all good. But in the playoffs, me and you are both tied up, Hova, so we got a chance to go 3 over unless there's multiple plays here that we do like for the game. And we are going to talk about some prop bets as well, see what you guys see out there. I can kind of tell you some of the crazy ones I saw. So, but with that being said, how did y'all feel about the conference championship games? Because we haven't spoke since then.
I missed one game, hit the other game. I missed not the Chiefs. I missed the Rams. What did I miss? Oh no, I missed the Rams first half and I missed the total. So I hit both of the games. Actually, I didn't call. I took the over in the Bengals Chiefs game. I lost that, and I lost the Rams first half, which is something I've been riding with all playoffs. So, I don't really got too much. I picked both winners, so lost on the total. That
I took the Bengals to cover, and I took the Rams 3.5, and I think they ended up winning by 3. The line adjusted, so the show was all, we ain't really had no time to come back, for any updates or whatever. So, but whatever the line was going to adjust to, unless it was something outrageous. That's what I was going to take them to. So I think it just happened to go down, I think, 0.5, if I'm not mistaken. So technically, yes, I did lose that. I lost that by half a point. So, but I mean, it was a good weekend of football. At first, like the first week, we had like a few blowouts. You know what I'm saying? And then kind of like everything just kind of like got back down. Like all the performances and the matchups, the end result just kind of settled back down to earth. So I was kind of happy about that for the fans and everybody to just get some competitive football instead of some blowouts. And so that was the main thing. The entertainment aspect, I feel like people were really entertained, whether you were really a football person or not. You just a true fan or just a casual fan or whatever. It was very entertaining for everybody. So I was entertained, and I got a chance to see some good football.
Offensive round, of course. My bad. I'm sorry.
No, that's all good. That's all good. Well, yeah, I definitely was, looking at the game, and I could kind of tell, like, man, Chiefs might lose this game just off of how it was going. And I was like, even in the first half, I was like, man, Chiefs might lose this game. And in the second half, I was like, oh, yeah, this is exactly how it goes down. You know what I'm saying? But with that being said, man, let's jump right into the action. We're talking about Super Bowl 56. It's going down in SoCal.
College refs are so terrible.
Yeah, they are. They're too ticky-tack. And that really started a couple of years ago because it never used to be like that. They enforced some kind of rule that they just was like, yo, we're going to come down on fouls. Because I remember the announcement.
Why the 49ers Rams up?
Yeah, why is the 49ers
I was like, damn, so that whole moved back to 4? I would have won.
Where's it at right now?
It's 4.
Where's it at right now?
4.
Everything is right except for the 49ers.
It just need to be the
all right.
Bengals.
Well, let me start this over again. So for the cut up. Let's jump right into our action. We're talking about Super Bowl 56 going down in LA, home of the Rams, and there was kind of a little controversy about that going on. Like, hey man, we got to stop this type of stuff going on, but I don't know how you can do that. But anywho, we got the Bengals from Cincinnati. Huh?
Let me ask you a question. What do we got to like? What
No. This isn't okay. So this isn't me. I'm quoting what I saw.
I know, not you. I'm saying, yeah.
I don't know because it's kind of hard. It's like, okay, so if y'all schedule a team to play here, and they go to the Super Bowl, what are y'all gonna change it last second to somewhere else? Like, nah, that whole city, that whole community.
It's just a coincidence they ended up going to the Super Bowl.
But they don't like it back to back with the Bucks and the Rams. I think people from the AFC, like AFC officials, were complaining about it or some shit like that.
Okay.
But I mean, if the Chargers would have went, the Chargers would have got it. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah, you just
I don't know.
Things happen. That's it.
Well, let's jump right into it, man. And we're talking about the Rams and the Bengals, Super Bowl 56. One team that we were pretty sure was going to be here. The other team, I think Mikey Hova is probably the only person in the South that thought the Bengals could get here. The Rams are 15-5 on the year, 10-10 against the spread, while the Cincinnati Bengals are 13-7 on the year at 13-7 against the spread as well. This line actually opened up in favor of the Rams -3.5, and that line has gone down. It has gone up. It went up to 4.5. I saw that 4.5 at one point, but it has then since gone down to 4. The total opened up at 49.5. Right now, that line's at 48. So let's check out and see if there's any major injuries right now from the previous week. Higbee, the tight end for the Rams, he is questionable for this game. Tackle, no boom. He's questionable as well. He's questionable as well for this game. Rapp, the safety, he's questionable. Cam Akers is probable with a shoulder injury, but all these dudes are going to play, man. So I don't expect anybody to be out. Higbee may be that probably may be the only person out, but I'm pretty sure he's going to play in this game. As for Cincinnati, Uzoma, the tight end, he left last game, so he is questionable for this game this week. Phillips, the cornerback, he's questionable. No, excuse me. Tupou, the defensive tackle, he's questionable as well. Morgan, the wide receiver, is questionable. And Sample, the defensive end, is questionable also, but I'm pretty sure a lot of these guys are going to win. In the NFC Championship, the Rams beat the 49ers 20-17, while the Cincinnati Bengals beat the Kansas City Chiefs 27-24 on the road for the AFC Championship. Let's get to these actual factuals real quick. The Rams 6-3 against the spread in the last 9 games, 8-1 straight up in the last 9 games. 5-1-1 against the spread in the last 7 games against Cincinnati. The over has hit 4 out of the last 5 games whenever the Rams are on the road, but that statistic should be out of there because they're wearing their away jerseys. So let me not pay attention to that. But the total has gone under 4 out of the last 5 games whenever they're playing against Cincinnati on the road. So again, don't worry about that statistic. 4-1 straight up in the last 5 games, but 1-5 against the spread in the last 6 games against the AFC conference opponent, and 5-17 in the last 17 games against the AFC North division opponent. Cincinnati actual factuals. The Bengals are 7-0 against the spread in the last 7 games. The unders hit 4 out of the last 5, 6-1 straight of the last 7 games. Under has hit 5 out of the last 5 games against the Ram. They are 5-0 against the spread in the last 5 games this season. 2-11-1 straight up in the last 14 games against the NFC conference opponent. 0-5 straight up in the last 5 games against the NFC opponent on the West Division. So, Super Bowl 56, Bengals, Rams. Marley, since you're doing a good job right now in the playoffs, let me go ahead and let you take this.
Well, so like I've been saying all season long, I thought it would be the Rams and the Chiefs. Obviously, I was wrong about one team. I was right about the other. Going to stick with the one team that I did predict to get here. Going to predict them to be my winner. Taking the Rams. I'm going to take the money line. Like I've been doing the last couple of weeks, I'm not fucking around with the NFL in this point spread. I'm also going to be on the Rams first half money line, full game money line. My premise for doing that is basically I believe that the Rams defensive line is as good, if not better, in my opinion, better than the Tennessee Titans defensive line. And if they can get at least 5 of those 9 sacks, the Titans offense is not even nothing compared to the the Rams offense. They will produce points. And not saying that Burrow and Chase and them guys, I think boys, with the exception of Mr. Hova over here, boys been sleeping. That is a very talented, although young, but talented offense at each level, running back, quarterback, and receiver position. But I just think with that D-line, Donald, Miller, Floyd, and then you got Ramsey on the back end. And I'm going to give some credit to Eric Weddle. I kind of laughed a little bit when he came. I was just like, he was on the street a week ago, 2 weeks ago, and now he fucking starting. So I thought he would probably get torched, but man, he's made some good plays in the last couple of weeks, coming up and help in the run game and in the passing game. So shout out to Eric Weddle. I just think overall the Rams is a more talented team, and this is what if you look at the storyline, I mean, it's written perfect for Stafford. He doesn't have to go up against Mahomes. He comes to LA, finally gets in the playoffs, gets to the Super Bowl, wins the Super Bowl. McVay's the second time. Burrow and them, the young guys, they got to learn a lesson at some point. And I just think overall the Rams are the better team. This is what they paid all that money for those guys, for the Beckhams, for Stafford, for Von Miller. And I just think overall, top to bottom, they're the better. We can say the offenses are a wash, but I think the D-line is what's going to make the difference. And they give up a lot of sacks. Burrow is known for getting hit and get back up. But I just think with the defense and the sacks, if they give that up, which I think they will, ultimately they're not going to be able to keep up. But we'll see what happens. I like the Rams.
All right. So Marley likes the Rams first half money line, and he likes them for the full game. Let's go to the Reaper, the man with the best overall record on the year. Reaper, how you feel about this one?
Before I get out my pick, let me just go ahead and make correction real quick. So yeah, I did. I was all over the Bengals last year. I did see the talent, and I saw what they could become. However, I did not expect them to go to the Super Bowl. I expected them to go where they went, and I expected for them to lose to Kansas City. So I just want clarification on that. I felt like they could go to the AFC Championship, but I picked them to cover, and they did cover, obviously, because they won. But I thought going in the Arrowhead was too much. So anyhow, man, two explosive offenses. Both teams have good receivers. The Bengals, or I call them the baby Bengals, they're real young. And we're looking at two good quarterbacks. I've always told people that I thought Matthew Stafford was an elite quarterback. People looked at me like I was crazy. They got caught up in looking at his record, instead of really looking at the talent. So me, this one right here is gonna be real tough, but I think the Bengals still are gonna find somehow, some way to cover these 4 points. I'm not sure if they're gonna win, but I think they have enough offense to score when they need to. Marley brought up a great point. The weakest part of the Cincinnati Bengals, especially offensively, is their offensive line. And the Rams, they got a gangster front, and they're pretty good on the back end. It's going to be – the matchups are going to really be intriguing because it's like, who are we going to see Ramsey guard?
Chase.
Are we going to see –
Ramsey is guarding Chase.
Okay, that's fine. But here's the thing. If he guards Chase, it's 2 more.
Yeah, but I don't know.
It don't stop there. So what are you
guard?
but how much man are you running? How much zone are you running?
Yeah, I don't know what they do on offense. Defense.
Now, also another thing, in regards to the Bengals,
Arizona took off.
What are they gonna do defensively?
Texas, I don't understand.
Are they gonna? Because remember, they had to change it up in the second half against the Chiefs. They had to rush 3 and they dropped 8.
Well, that's because the Chiefs are so arrogant; they don't change nothing second half.
But that's what I'm saying. But what are you gonna do against the Rams? Because you got OBJ and you got Cooper Kupp.
They gonna try to take away Cooper Kupp.
Okay, but But here's my thing: Are you gonna drop 8 in the process?
Nah, they can't do that.
So that's what I'm saying. Just looking at the little stuff like that.
They're gonna do what the 49ers tried to do. They're gonna try to take away Cooper Kupp. You're gonna single OBJ, and you're gonna try to get pressure on Stafford. You can't let Cooper Kupp get a fucking 150 yards and 2 touchdowns. So you got to double Cooper Kupp. Only thing is you single up OBJ. But you can't let Cooper Kupp eat up the middle of your fucking defense.
Now, here's the thing. You're right about that. The Bengals secondary surprised a lot of people what they ended up doing. And this wasn't the first. They've actually done this throughout the playoffs. Like, they've been holding their own. Now, I don't know about, Cooper Kupp and all that and OBJ. But that second half against the Chiefs, like, they took their main weapons out the game.
Yeah, they did.
So,
But the Chiefs didn't make no
I was
adjustments.
impressed by that.
That's the thing. The Chiefs didn't make no adjustments. The Chiefs just kept doing what they did the first half. Like, if you look at the game, the first half, they was in man. I know they was in zone. They was in zone. And they was eating that whole alive. Second half, they came out and manned up. And them niggas just kept running. They didn't run those. They just kept running zone beaters. You know what I'm saying? They didn't change up what they were trying to do.
But that's not.
They had guys dropping back too, though. So cause they had 3 rushing, so they had guys that were underneath in certain areas.
But let's not forget, Mahomes he's reckless. He played very reckless this year, and he was due to play reckless in the playoffs. And
we talked about that earlier in the year.
Yeah.
And when and of course that ended up happening, but I thought they were in trouble when he was turning the ball over. I was like, will they make the playoffs? Like, that's how bad like he was looking. So, and now, like you said, he was due for that, and it just caught up with him. Look, the days of running around like you playing Madden and all that shit, they done figured it out. The NFL, they figured that shit out.
Yeah.
So that's not working no more. And you know another thing the Bengals did? They had a spy on them too. They had a spy, so they dropped everybody. They had rushing the 3. They dropped guys in coverage, but then they also had a spy on them. So they shut that shit down. That's what I'm saying. That's why I'm intrigued about this matchup, just to really see like schematically and adjustments with the X's and the O's, like how both teams, how they adjust, if they even have to adjust, just depending on how the game is going.
All right. So Hova, he's going with the Bengals plus the 4. As for myself, there it is. I'm going with the Rams for the first half -2.5. There are some 3s out there as well, but you want to try to catch it at the -2.5. In the last 5 games, the Rams have lost only 2 halves. One came last week. It was against the 49ers, who has their number. Like, 49ers, their whole coaching staff, really pretty much, in my opinion, they've had the Rams number. They had
fucking college relish.
I was just like that the first half in Duke. First half versus Duke, I was doing that shit. And it was pissing me off. Anywho, besides the game against the 49ers and the game against the Ravens, the Rams have pretty much been a great first half team. Against the Buccaneers, they were up 17. Up against Arizona in the playoffs, they were up 21 in the first half. And the Bengals, in the last 2 games, have lost the first half outright by 3 or more, and their second half team, when they're playing against some top dogs. Now, again, in the wild card playoffs, they had their way against the Raiders whenever they played them. You know what I'm saying? But even against the Browns that game didn't even matter. They lost that game. When they played against the Chiefs the first time, they were down by double digits in that game and was able to come back and win. So I like the Rams first half as my official play. I'm gonna keep riding that. Book it, Rams first half. So just to do a quick recap for our game selections before we jump into the prop bets. Marley, he likes the Rams first half money line, and he likes them for the full game money line. Hova, he likes the Bengals plus the 4, and I like the Rams first half -2.5. That's my official play. Let's get into these prop bets. Did you see any interesting prop bets out there?
Yeah, I didn't look at the like crazy prop bets. I looked at the player prop bets, and
right.
I saw 2 that I like. Was it 2? Shit. One was OBJ yards, 65, taking the over because I feel like they're gonna. Last week he had 100 something yards, and the week before they had like 69. It's high 60s, above 65, and I think that's because teams have been doubling, trying to take away Cooper Kupp and leaving OBJ 1-on-1. I think that's going to continue because that's the way to keep the Rams out of 30, keep them out the high 30s because you can't let Cooper Kupp dominate the middle of the field because that's what he does. He lines up in the slot. He dominates the middle of the field, kind of like a tight end. So I think the Bengals are going to try to do a similar thing, dedicate 2 guys to Cooper Kupp, single up OBJ. So I like OBJ's receiver props. Oh, the other one was Joe Mixon's under his rush total. It was like 69. The Rams ain't giving up. If the 49ers, they held what's his name? Debo to like 30 yards rushing. And I forgot how many before that in the Arizona game. But they're not giving up over 70 yards rushing to any single running back. So I like Joe Mixon's under rush props. And I think his last I saw it was 68.5. And then OBJ's over.
Under or over for Mixon?
Under, because I think the Rams defense is shutting that shit down. They haven't given up, like, they held Debo Samuel to like 30 yards rushing.
Yeah,
Joe Mixon
was it?
Huh?
Yeah, okay. Joe
How
Mixon
tired was he?
68.
You said how
He
tired
was
was he?
tired. No, he was tired, dog.
So what
No,
was
that
Mixon?
Mixon don't play with receiver and fucking running back
I
and
know that's what I'm talking about. His
and carried the team for the last 6 to 8 weeks.
Do you know how many
Debo
times
Samuels literally carried the team? Like, bro, that nigga was so banged up. Go ahead. Where were you about to finish?
Now I gotta go to it. Now I gotta
You
go to
got,
Joe Mixon.
you got statistics for me, guy? Hey,
I'm gonna just go to his last 5 game rushing yard totals.
Okay, so you did the research. Is that what you're saying?
Yes, and I wasn't impressed.
Well, while you look
We
for
got it
that,
right here. Got it right here. Got it right here. Don't worry.
Go ahead.
88 against Kansas City, right? Before that, 54, 48, 46. Yeah.
Okay.
So
you might be on to something there.
Under.
Okay.
68.
Hold on. Tell me the amount of carries and the average yards per carry.
I don't know that, and I don't care.
I care. So since you have it up, you got the numbers up.
I don't have those numbers up. If I had them up, I would tell you them, but I don't have them up.
So you just pulled up the yards.
Yeah, I just pulled up his total yards rushing in his last 5 games.
All right, I pull it up. I thought when they give you the yards, normally they give you the amount of carries.
Yeah, go ahead and pull it up. I mean, I don't care how many carries.
You should have the carries. You gotta have the carries.
I just care about his total yards.
No. We're not saying that. We're saying what Mikey's saying is the carries should be on whatever statistics you were reading, unless you just wrote those down.
I just went to wager, and when you go to the props and you click on the left thing next to him, it tells you the last 5 games. And
so he had 88
receptions.
He had 88 against the Chiefs, 21 carries, 4.2.
Right. I said that.
Okay. So it's safe to say if he get a few more carries, that's over 100, right?
I mean, yeah.
Shit, didn't Emmitt Smith win the rushing title one time with like 3 a pop?
Are you trying to tell me that Mixon is good? I'm not disagreeing that he's not a good running back. I'm saying against the Rams defense, he's not going to get over 68 yards. And I'm saying that because he's only went over that once in his last 5 games, or twice in his last 5 games. And none of those things were as good.
Okay,
so
I understand what you're saying. I know you're saying based on the total yards. What I'm saying is we gotta look at number of carries and the average, because if they feed them, if they get in a position where they not having to just come from behind and they feed them 30 times, then
if they feed him, yeah. If he get over 70, then yeah. If was a 50, I'll be drunk.
So against the Chiefs, he had 21 attempts, 88 yards. Against the Titans, 14 attempts, 54 yards. Against the Raiders, 17 attempts for 48 yards. But the last playoff game, I mean, it didn't even count for. No. This game counted against the Kansas City Chiefs. 12 attempts, 46 yards. Baltimore Ravens 18 attempts, 65 yards. So we need if you trying to get that, you would need them carries to stay under 17, 18.
I mean, apparently
Because
they only gave
17
him 20 carries one time. So
no. Well, yeah, but I mean against Pittsburgh, 28, 165.
I'm saying in those
Vegas,
last 5 games,
yeah,
the one time, right?
Vegas.
So why are they gonna give him more carries this time? They gonna be up, beating them. No, they always trailing.
You got a good
They
point.
always, like you said, Coach. They always trailing at halftime. So second half, they tend to throw the ball more.
They gonna be
so
running.
They don't be running the ball as much.
But
that
second half, he was opening that thing up too.
Yeah,
but coming into the game, I'm pretty sure the
that
game
was
plan.
Kansas City defense too, by the way.
I'm pretty sure the game plan is to try to establish the run early.
I mean, he might be.
So if they can establish that early and he get more carries, then
I mean,
it might go over.
I'm not betting on them to establish that against the Rams defensive line. Clearly.
All right, let's move on some other props. They got the color of the Gatorade on the winning.
Hey, if y'all feel so strongly, I mean, fade that.
Nah, I got my eyes on other shit. You got it, my G. I didn't know his stats was like that, but I saw last game and I saw how he was. Again, I haven't viewed
Chiefs
any
defense.
of these. So here we go. Real quick. Yeah, we know they're trash, but they've been one of the hottest defenses since like the last regular season loss before they lost to the Bengals.
Okay, so
no, even before that loss, it was so they went 8-1 during that 8-1 run.
So in that 8-1 stretch, what would you compare that defense to the Rams defensive line? In their best stretch.
I'm just talking statistically, they had the best number one defense since that moment. But that defensive line, Rams defensive line is much better than that D line.
And of course they get the check mark versus the Bengals offensive line. So I mean that's a valid point too as to why somebody would want to take the under. My thing is bringing up Debo and then coming back with that. I'm like, it's a little bit more to me. It's just a little bit more different because Mixon is he's more of a every down back, if you want to call it that, because now really ain't nobody every down back, probably with the exception, I would say maybe of him and Henry.
Cincinnati don't run the ball better than San Francisco.
Yeah, but you're missing the point though.
Clearly. Clearly.
Debo plays multiple positions, so he's just not lining up in the backfield.
Mitchell not no slouch. Mitchell not no slouch.
Who?
Mitchell, the guy that comes in for Debo when Debo.
Oh yeah, Elijah Mitchell. Yeah. But you said Debo though,
right? Because he's the main guy when they talk about running the ball in their offense. But I'm saying they held that offense to under 100 yards rushing.
So some of the other prop bets they got. Who will the Super Bowl MVP mention in the first sentence? And
I saw that.
They got it minus 160. They got teammates and team. Then comes God or religion with 200. Family with 675. City and fans plus 725. Coaches, that ain't going down. Plus 875. Team owner plus 1800. What gets me, dog, is like these prop bets can be so rigged. It's crazy. I seen another one that said that how long will the national anthem be?
Yeah,
how long What the singer say? In the land of the free, that free part. How long will that go? They got seconds for that. Which cryptocurrency commercial will be shown first? Crypto.com or FTX? Which Anheuser-Busch brand commercial will run at plus 170? Bud Light next. Like that, this shit is so fun.
What's
Who will
good,
be
country
shown?
boys?
Yeah,
What's good,
I don't get
Jacob?
into them.
Jacob, I said Jacob.
To
Jacob.
progress like that.
Who will be the first? Who will be shown first during the FTX commercial? Steph Curry plus 150, Tom Brady plus 160, Giselle Bundchen, I don't know who that is, plus 200.
Tom Brady wife, the model.
That's what I was thinking. And then they got old boy, the picture from the Angels. I mean, but I'm saying, why the fuck wouldn't it say Giselle Brady? Like, come on, dog.
What's that AP?
Will Crypto Doc? What's what?
What's that name? How you say that? Giselle what?
Bunchin. Her last name is Brady, motherfucker.
What's up, country? What? Any props? Any props on Cam? Cam, who I believe he is going to
Cam Akers.
Oh yeah. Now yeah, they do got props on him, but I took the OBJ prop over yardage.
Like this shit, bro. This shit could easily. First halftime show prop bet. First headliner artist to perform during the halftime. 2 or more artists simultaneously plus 175. Snoop Dogg 275. Dre 325. Eminem 375. Kendrick Lamar 500. Mary J. Blige 500. Like these niggas know who wanna. Total songs played.
Yeah, somebody.
You ain't seen none of.
They got a script for the halftime show. Like they rehearsed that shit. It's motherfuckers that know. They not freestyling the halftime show.
Let me go to the player props, and we're tied.
Yeah, I'm just on 2 props, man. OBJ reception props. I mean receiving yardage prop over, and mixing under rushing prop.
So they got mixing over the over under for his carries 16.5. Cam Akers over 16.5 carries. Sonny Michel over 5.5 carries.
Now look at the yardage, not carries.
No, I know. I'm just looking. Joe Burrow over 2.5. I like that bid.
Burrow over 2.5 touchdowns. Yeah, I thought about it. 1.5. I saw 1.5.
UAJ has 2.5 right now.
Touchdowns?
Like no. Carries. Oh man, the dude from Texas hit a buzzer beater.
I kind of like that Sonny Michel.
I like that too, Mike.
I kind of like that.
That Sonny Michel over 5.5 carries. Joe Burrow over 2.5 carries. You gotta
look at how many carries Sonny Michel had the last couple games though. Like click on UAG.
I know. I saw a lot of them against.
You on UAG?
Yeah, I'm looking at UAG.
Click on that little thing to the left. To like the left of his name. That little squiggly line looks like a chart thing.
I'm looking for my okay. Hold on. Oh no, this is.
You got to be an over under though. I think you went over under on the props.
I don't know, but I can pull them up right here.
This is what I'm saying right here. I got it. I'm gonna show you what I'm talking about. I got it up right now. Look, this little thing right here.
Hold on, let me change.
Oh shit! I don't know if I'm able to let you see it. I don't know if it's gonna be able to see.
See, it look different because I'm looking at it from my desktop.
So it still had that little graph bar, but you got to be an over under. Like if you're on prop bets, you know where it say build quick picks, then over under.
Yeah, hold on. Give me 1 second.
Over under.
Yeah, Sonny Michel only got. He got 24 carries in the last 3 games. 10.
Listen.
I know. I can't pull that up, bro. I'm looking on my desktop.
I know it's right there. I'm telling you, it's on the desktop.
So go down. I'm under carries. You saying I need to go somewhere else?
Nah, you in quick picks, build or over under? Like at the top of your prop, where you say build, quick picks, or over under.
It don't say none of that, dog.
So it don't got this little graph to the left of their name. Like after you click on carries and everybody's name come up. You don't got like a little graph next to their name.
No. I don't see it, my boy. But I can tell you that last couple of games that carries, Sonny Michel against the 49ers, 10 attempts. NFC champion against the Bucks, 1 attempt. Cardinals, 13 attempts. Wild card playoffs, 21 attempts. Baltimore, 19 attempts. So for some reason against the Bucks, he only had 1 attempt.
Yeah, it might be.
The thing is too, if you look at how the Rams,
especially if Cam Akers is questionable.
Yeah, that might be a good bet.
The Rams, the way that they go by like who's hot, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
So Akers may come out and shit. We know, I mean, Akers been looking good in the playoffs, you know what I'm saying? But he may come out, they may give him 2 or 3 carries. If he not getting anything going, bam, they'll plug Michel in there real quick. Michel, he gets 6 or 7, they gonna keep riding the boot. Like that's how they do with they running backs.
I kind of like that. That's a good bet, dog.
That 5.5, yeah.
5.5.
I like that 5.5, and I like that Joe Burrow over 2.5. He gonna scramble 3 times, especially with that defensive line coming at him. Come on, he gonna take off. He's gonna take off.
Why they had that low like that?
I don't know, but if Cam Burrow, I mean.
So let me ask y'all a question because I don't really fuck with the prop bets. So do they consider a scramble a carry?
Yes.
It has. I mean, I know technically it is, but I want to make sure before the fans.
Yes, the scramble is a carry.
It is officially okay.
Official carry, yeah.
Okay.
They got both quarterbacks pass completions over 24.5 completions. Passing touchdowns, they got Burrow over 1.5 touchdowns. Matthew Stafford over 2.5 touchdowns. That Burrow minus 175 over 1.5. Passing yards, they got Burrow over 277.5. The over under for Matthew Stafford is 283.5. Receiving yards, they got Taj Boyd over 40.5. Joe Mixon over 26.5. The total at 26.5. Cam Akers 15.5. This is receiving yards. Jamar Chase 80.5. T. Higgins 71.5. Cooper Kupp over 170. 107.5. Beckham 65.5. P. Ryan 10.5. Let's see. Receptions. Cooper Kupp over 88.5. Jamar Chase 5.5. Chase should have over 5 catches, dog. 5 and 6. He should have 6. Tyler Boyd, he got 3.5.
Depends on who holding them most of the game.
That is true. Beckham at 5.5. Now, if Cam Akers doesn't play, do they cancel the? If a player doesn't play, do they cancel the bets out?
I'm not sure. Not sure.
So the Russian.
Scramble, hold on. What's that? Is a scramble a carry if he stays in the pocket?
Yeah, that's what I was saying.
What if he stays in the pocket? That's a sack. I mean, it's not a scramble.
No, I'm talking. Somebody. Okay, I was talking about like just a scramble, like you getting.
Yeah, that's a carry. If he only gained 1 yard, it counts as a carry.
That's what
they got Samaj P. Ryan over the over under for his rushing yards 5.5.
I don't know how much he touched the ball, Coach. Now you just reading off unnecessary props. You just.
I mean,
Mikey.
He does touch the ball.
He touched the ball. He does touch the rock. The nigga scored. It was a screen, but he scored.
That's not outrageous, nigga.
Okay.
I'm just saying he's number 2 on the depth chart, right?
All I said was okay. I got no argument here.
Let's see. Player performance doubles. I'm just reading shit. Like I haven't had. I was looking at all.
That's exactly what I just said.
I was looking at some wacky shit earlier, like all the wacky shit.
I'm not fucking with none of this shit. I gave my 2 props.
Yeah, well, that's a bet, man. We gonna get ahead and get on out of here, man. Because it's
you didn't have to. Nah, you didn't have to go.
No. Because I'm ready to eat, man. I did all this barbecuing and stuff, waiting on these dudes to come. I'm hungry, and I need to lock in on these games. So, but this is our last NFL show, our last football show. So, until then, you guys can catch us every day on college basketball and NBA action. We will have some WNBA action coming up as well, and you can always from time to time.
I thought you was done.
Hova, the Reaper said he gonna try to do some videos on this time.
Why you listen to the Reaper? He always tired.
Ooh, Arizona.
Yeah, nah, I'm gonna get it on the pop. I'm gonna start.
He like, yeah, nah. NBA, MMA, UFC, and some boxing. We definitely gonna be. Football's about to free us up a lot. Of course, basketball, but I think I speak for both of us that college basketball. We really enjoy capping those games, man.
It's some action tomorrow, boy.
Ooh, we gonna get on it, but
I was already been looking at it. Hey, Auburn, man, it's some action.
Who the Auburn got?
Arkansas, I think.
Ooh. At home or on the road?
Hold on.
Probably on the road.
Yeah,
man,
Arkansas on the road.
The
line is -2 right now.
Hey, we need the rent though.
Huh? Oh yeah.
Open mic. We need just for a few minutes for the rent.
All right,
let's go.
Let me do mine so I can get it out the way and go. All right, are we all ranting on the same thing?
I'm right behind you.
All right.
I ain't gonna be that long. It don't take that long to even rant about this shit.
You need to put a logo.
First of all, I'm not saying this as a fan. They're just a hometown team. But what the fuck are the Texans doing? And this is everything I'm going to say has nothing to do with Lovie Smith. Congrats to Lovie Smith, another black man getting a head coaching job.
He got the job?
Yeah. Or it's been like they haven't officially announced it, but that's what
it's been reported by Adam Schefter.
Right. So this is my thoughts on that. Complete bullshit by the Texans, and this is why I say that. What direction are we going? And first of all, like I feel like if that was the case, one, they really wanted to hire Josh McCown. That's really what this is all about. And I will be fucking surprised if he's not on Lovie Smith coaching staff in some capacity for the next 2 to 3 years to groom him to be the head coach, because that's who they really wanted to hire. But what happened was Brian Flores had that fucking lawsuit, and the optics, even though they was gonna look bad anyway, from a just like what the fuck are y'all doing standpoint, hiring a nigga that ain't never coached in the NFL and been a backup his whole life, probably has great NFL knowledge, ain't never called no plays, ain't never been no coordinator, ain't never been nothing in the NFL, and you want him to take over for a franchise that is at the bottom right now. Not something where he got talent, he got something to work with, he just got to sustain something that he has to completely rebuild from scratch. And you want to get a coach that has never coached in the NFL, makes no sense. But that's where we're starting at as the Houston.
The fans were mad prior to the Brian Flores thing.
Right, because he shouldn't have even been a candidate.
The fans were already mad about McNown anyway.
Yeah, because he shouldn't even been a candidate. It makes absolutely zero sense.
Yeah.
But whatever he said in the interview, shout out to McCowan, because this is no knock on him. I don't knock nobody for trying to get a job. You know, hey, shoot for the moon and the stars. If they give you that hoe, I wouldn't be mad at you for accepting that hoe. It's just what the fuck are they doing? Then two is they only did this shit because he didn't get the job because Brian Flores came out with a little lawsuit. So now they gotta they don't want to just give a white boy that ain't never been in the NFL and ain't never coached before the head coaching job after this black dude came out and said it's discrimination, and you just fired a black coach after 1 year, whom you only hired just to, take over this shit until
which is bullshit, because now I feel like they treat McNown unfairly.
So I'm still not there. Let me get back.
Why would you do that?
No problem with
if you
McCowan.
Really wanted to hire him,
you should have hired him.
You really wanted to hire him. Why, when Brian Flores bring the lawsuit, now all of a sudden you don't want to hire him?
You just should have hired him. That's my thing. But I'll get to that point. But I'll get there. I just haven't got there yet. You good. You good. So then you change your mind and say you don't want to hire him because of the Brian Flores situation, and just completely out of no fucking where hire Lovie Smith. Like he wasn't even mentioned
on the radar.
On nothing, not even on the Texan website as a candidate. Out of nowhere, you hired Lovie Smith, which really means, like, okay, one, you can't fire him after a year like you did David Culley. So we at least talking 2 to 3 years that we gonna be stuck with not stuck with Lovie Smith, because this, like I said, this has nothing to do with Lovie Smith. Instead of hiring Lovie Smith, though, why not? Okay, you can't get the guy you really want because of optics, right? So why not go try to find somebody? Like, go find the next guy, though. Don't just hire anybody. It's just like they gave up. It's like, we can't get McCowan, boo-hoo, so we're just gonna hire anybody. Like, no, go find the next guy. Go get Ty Bowles from Tampa. Go get Bieniemy. Go get Byron Leftwich. If you just want to hire a black head coach just for the optics, go get Byron Leftwich. Go get Raheem Morris out of the Rams, defensive coordinator. Like, it's a bunch of people you could have went and got to sub in or whatever you want to do for the next 3 years, instead of getting, no disrespect to Lovie Smith at all, but I just feel like the hire was just like, well, we can't get the guy we want, so we're just gonna give it to you then. Like, no, go get the next best guy. Like, what the fuck are you doing? And
I think that's disrespectful to Lovie Smith.
Yeah, but if you Lovie Smith, this your third head coaching job, you go take it. You know what I'm saying?
No. I'm cool with that, but they wasn't thinking like, man, we sure thinking about hiring Lovie Smith like earlier in the season. They just thought about
earlier in the season, nigga. 3 weeks ago, he wasn't getting hired for this job.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
He wasn't even in the category. I just don't understand. Like, clearly they.
If they would have brought his name up one time, I would have been like, okay.
I'm gonna tell you why they hired him, because he's going to agree to bring Josh McCowan on to his staff in some type of capacity. Whether it
could be
because probably Ty Bowles and
everybody
else, they probably not going for that shit. They probably like, no, you know what I'm saying? I don't want to get no. Why would I want to bring Josh McCowan on? So Lovie already know they interested in him. Lovie already know he probably not gonna get another job nowhere else. He already had 2 jobs. So yeah, I'll take this for 2-3 years. Maybe something happens, maybe not, but this will probably be my last hurrah as a head coach. I'm already here. Yeah, I'll bring him on as like a quarterbacks coach or in some type of capacity like that. It's just bullshit. It's just
and then they can say, well, I mean, this is in-house. We like this guy. This is in-house.
All that shit. But now as a player, like, we're just wasting 2 years to get Josh McCowan ready. 2 to 3 years. We're just wasting time to get the guy ready because of the owner. Like, I don't think this was a Casarios move. This is Easterby and fucking McNair.
Nobody
way. This isn't the Patriot way. This isn't the Patriot way. Go get Lovey
white.
Smith. Like, get the fuck out of here. This ain't no.
It's called white guilt.
But it's stupid white guilt. That's what I'm saying. If you want to go get a black head coach, there's plenty of other black qualified head coaches. It's like they just was like, we can't hire McCowan, so let's hire Lovey. It's like they didn't even interview nobody else. Like, bro, I just named like 4 black. Ty Bowles, Tampa defensive coordinator. Byron Leftwich, the offensive coordinator.
I didn't even know Lovey Smith was in consideration for the job until he got it.
Because he wasn't.
I didn't know.
They just hired that nigga. That's what I'm saying. They just hired that nigga. It's like, what are we doing? Like, they just hired that nigga. That's why I say no knock on Lovey. I hope the best and all that shit. This ain't got nothing to do with Lovey. It's just like the organization. What the fuck are we doing? That's why I know it can't be like a Casarios organizational move. This is some shit from the top, bro. This is some Easterby and McNair shit. Because it makes no sense, bro. There's no structure to that shit. It's like, let's just hire this nigga. Just fucking hire Lovey. It's some emotional shit. There's no way. He wasn't even mentioned on the website.
And they couldn't hire Flores, right?
They could, but come on, bro. They can't. Nobody in the NFL finna hire Flores, bro. Like, he got a lawsuit. He has a lawsuit pending against the NFL. He's not finna get hired by these niggas. What they're gonna do is hire more black coaches so it don't look like they discriminating and make his lawsuit look like, less.
What if they talk to the players and the players was like, we like Lovey, bro. Just hire Lovey.
Yeah, that could have happened too, but come on, bro. The coaches don't get to pick the head coach.
Okay.
Deshaun Watson wanted Eric Bieniemy. They didn't even interview. Hold on, Mikey.
Go ahead.
Hold on, Mikey. Coach, you just said the players. They was like, ask the players. The players was like, we like Lovey. Nigga, they don't give a fuck with the players. Deshaun Watson, the best player in Houston, Texas history, wanted Eric Bieniemy. They didn't even interview that nigga.
Right, and they saw the backlash and the heat that they received from that, so they're like, "Well, fuck it, let's change it up."
About these niggas, hell no.
Because it's too late. So now they be like, "Well, the players voted them on." So that's the scapegoat.
When though?
Yeah, exactly.
Like they just sent them niggas an email like yesterday.
Exactly.
It was like
at the Pro Bowl. At the Pro Bowl.
Okay, yeah, that sounds about
they
right.
got no players at the Pro Bowl.
Them niggas RSVP them niggas like yay, nay.
Yeah, them niggas panic, man. That lawsuit came out. That's exactly what happened, bro. That lawsuit came. They was finna get ready and hire this nigga Josh McCown.
Name me one black head coach that done been hired this fast that was under the radar. I don't know none of them.
Fuck under the radar. That nigga wasn't in the mentions. That nigga went nowhere to be announced.
That is the equivalent. That's the equivalent. Niggas be struggling all the time trying to find jobs. That's like the equivalent of a white person just knocking on your door like, yo, nigga, I'm finna give you an opportunity. You ready?
Bro, you gotta look at the optics. They fired David Culley, a black head coach, after 1 year of a job where everybody knew it was like you wasn't gonna win. Everybody knew it. To get ready and hire a white boy who has never coached in the NFL, not in any capacity, and a lawsuit has just come out about black head coaches being denied opportunities, bro. They couldn't do that.
Like, nah, we gonna get a black coach. See,
that's exactly what happened. They was like, "Oh shit, we got to get a black head coach," and they was like, Lovey. Yeah, they was like, "Who's the closest nigga?" Is the closest
hey,
nigga
that's like that racist white person that be like, "See, I'm not racist. I got a black friend. He right here."
It wasn't even a black friend. Lovey was like the only black nigga in the room. That's the only black person they knew. They couldn't think of no other black people. Like, that's why nobody else got no interviews. They could, because Brian Flores was automatically done. So he the only other black candidate he was the only black candidate in the running. because they haven't even interviewed Byron Leftwich yet, which puzzles me. Like, why he didn't even get an interview? He got interviews with everybody. He was almost the Jaguars head coach for a second, and he didn't even get an interview with us.
He tried to bring
Bowles didn't get an interview with us.
Byron Leftwich tried to bring his GM with him, and they was like, nope.
Yeah, I don't blame him. That Jags job, man, that's a tough job. I hope Doug Peterson, I hope for him all the best. The Jags have been bad for a long time. Man, I got to get ready and get off this. I got to lock in on this Kansas game. Texas can score now. They ain't scored all season, but they can score tonight.
Nigga, that's how I felt about Duke. I mean, fucking Virginia, dog.
At least Duke had an excuse. Like, Duke, I knew that shit was gonna happen. Like they just came off North Carolina, big emotional win, yada yada yada, rivalry. I can see that happening. Letdown game. Like Texas,
I hate that shit.
Texas leading scorer averages 11 points.
Like that shit's so stupid to me. Like the fact that's even real. Coming off a big game, let down. Like, come on, bro.
Like that shit don't make sense.
Stop that shit, dog.
These
nigga,
kids,
every
dog.
Game's emotional, nigga.
These like, kids, dog. Gotta remember.
Man, that's a bit, man. Let's go ahead and get out of here. We hit our hour mark. It's time to get it. Trying to lock in. I am the coach. This is Marley Bets and Mikey Hova, the Reaper. Happy Super Bowl to everyone. This is our last show. We out. Marley want to hit him with the prayer one more time.
Like it always.
One last time for the football show.
One last time for the football season. Bam. Y'all know what it is. This is Brothas N Bets. I am Marley Bets. That is the coach. And that is the Reaper. It's the last NFL show. Y'all know it is. Like all the other NFL shows, y'all know what the plan is. Let's beat Vegas. And we out this motherfucker.
Panthers, y'all ain't no goddamn better. Straight up. I forget it. I ain't letting y'all off the hook. Y'all ain't no goddamn better.
Check it out. Look, we from the bottom, ain't no problems, we gon' make a way. Got no coach on the field, but we making plays. Hey, look, don't worry, we gon' be okay.